Hello everybody, BrioS here, and for you guys today I have a pretty ugly and unpopular mech for you guys. And in case you're wondering why am I sharing this ugly mech with its pretty obvious side torsos and stuff sticking out all over the place, well, it's because of the recent June 2022 patch. And before I go into the rationale, let me share with you the 45-ton Innisphere battle mech, the Hellspawn. And the variant I have for you guys today is the Hellspawn 8E. And as I was saying, the reason I choose this particular variant, the 8E, is because of the recent Snub Nose changes in the June patch. And in a nutshell, the Snub Nose changes are basically the pre-patch, you could fire 3 without generating ghost heat. But after the June patch, you can only fire 2 without ghost heat. And to compensate for that, the game PGI developers have given each Snub Nose PPC more damage, up to 10 pinpoint plus 2.5 to 2 adjacent components. That's basically equaling the clan ER PPC. And the rationale behind this change is to reduce the amount of tonnage needed to make Snub Nose PPCs viable, so that medium mechs like this baby here and even light mechs can carry it and be more viable on the battlefield. Because the mission statement of the quadrant, one of them, is basically to make all weapons and variants viable again. So I thought I'll try this build out, and yeah, I actually like it quite a lot. And yeah, what is the build? Well, like I said, this is built around the Snub Nose PPCs. 2 Snub Nose PPCs, so no ghost heat, offering 20 pinpoint plus 2 times 5 points of damage splash damage. And to up the DPS at brawling range, because I do that pretty often, I brawl in this build, I have 2 SRM6s with only 2 tons of ammunition, protected by case of course because I have slots for it. And this is actually enough for quick play. If you run out of ammo, you've probably done a lot of damage. You could also actually run another Snub Nose instead of SRMs, but I chose for this build. And to give it a bit more sneakiness, I put an ECM in this center torso. It only has an XL225 engine, so it moves at a speed of 81 without speed tweak, so it's kinda slow. But the 4 jump jets gives it great mobility, and I put 4, that's quite a lot because I want to basically pop tart, fire the PPCs and SRMs, splash alpha damage, and then drop back behind cover. So this is a pretty good pop tart build. And you could use the Snub Nose PPCs to shoot them, and then move in to splash them with 12 SRMs. So pretty deadly. And as I said, this build is built around the 8E because of the quirks. And if you look at the quirks here, well, if you look at the quirks, it has an energy cooldown of 10% and an energy range of 10%. That allows the Snub Nose PPCs, which are really short range, to basically hit out to a further distance, which is really important because the problem with Snub Nose PPCs, which sounds so good, is that they are really short range. And with the current meta of, well, increased engagement range, I wouldn't say sniper meta, it's more of increased engagement ranges, yeah, you will need the range. And because of the SRMs, I also have a spread reduction of minus 10%. And because the PPCs do generate lots of heat, I have a general heat reduction of 5% and a Snub Nose PPC heat generation of 10%, which is really useful. And of course, all the quirks coming in for more defensive capabilities. Armor, because these hitboxes are pretty obvious. It even has an overheat damage reduction of 15%, which is pretty useful. So all this makes this a pretty deadly build as you see in the gameplay. And it offers alpha damage, splash damage, burst damage, whatever you call it. So you shoot and twist quickly. Notice the left side actually has more armor than the right side because of the quirks. And because of the missiles on the Hellspawn here, you have a missile bay door. So it offers 20% damage reduction to the left torso. And this left arm basically has nothing, so it's stripped of armor. So basically you can fire and present your left side to the enemy to soak damage. It is an XL build, so once you lose a torso you're dead, but they can soak a bit of damage as you'll see in the gameplay later. And moving on to the skills, having an ECM equipped, you want both nodes of enhanced ECM. So with the new skill tree, you just have to spend this to get 2 nodes of ECM, that's only 7 SPs. And if you go into firepower, as you can see I piled on quite a lot. With the Snub Nose PPCs, the flaw of them being the range, I'm going for max range, so that's another 15%. This is a brawly build, so I want lots of cooldown so I can fire my missiles and Snub Nose PPCs faster. It doesn't generate that much heat, but with the quirks and the skills for cooldown coming in, yes, it's gonna get pretty darn hot. So another 12% from the skills. Max heat gen, of course, minus 10.5%. And velocity, 5 nodes for 15% increase in velocity, which helps with the Snub Nose PPCs and the SRMs quite a bit. Talking about SRMs, with limited ammo, these 2 nodes are essential, increasing the ammo capacity of the missiles. Decreasing the spread by another 5% is always useful, so you get a tighter spread. We all do like it tight. And moving on to survival, I've gone for full armor hardening because this Hellspawn is quirked for armor with armor bonuses, so the armor hardening gives it more armor because it stacks above and beyond the quirks another 21%. And to increase its defensive capabilities even more, I've got 10.8% increase in structure. Always useful. Also good to soak heat damage because structure basically takes damage from overheat. And 15% overheat damage reduction sounds good, but it's not much. And for this build, I actually even have lift speed, 2 nodes of lift speed. Even with 4 jump jets, I find the initial jump lift is a bit low. So I've got extra 6% from here. So it allows me to pop tart better because that makes you more survivable. Moving on to operations, I've only got 5 nodes of cool run for 10% heat dissipation increase. This is almost essential, so always get this. You don't need heat containment because you only have 10 heat sinks, I think. I forgot to check. Yeah, I have 10 heat sinks. Yeah, so this will provide only a marginal improvement, not much, so not worth it. And of course, finally going down to auxiliary, 9 SPC into auxiliary for 2 strikes and 2 cool shots. Do take note, strikes don't do so much damage as they used to like a few years back, but they're really good for suppressing snipers. People always whine about snipers, but I like to actually do something other than just whining. So I like to carry 2 strikes because once you see a sniper, you drop a strike on him. He tends to push back behind cover, and that's when you move forward. So the snipers basically are denied the chance to shoot you as you move up. That's what I actually use my strikes for, suppressing snipers. So that's it, ladies and gents, for this skirmisher, the 2 Snub Nose PPC, 2 SRM6 Brawler of an ugly mech. And yeah, I do enjoy this a lot. With the new changes to Snub Nose PPC, there are a lot of mechs that are becoming a lot more viable, like the Falcon 5S. But I happen to like the Hellspawn AE. But anyway, with that being said, let's get down to the battlefield and I'll show you this guy in action. So let's go. And here I am on Frozen City Classic for the first showcase match, and that suits me just fine. And that's because for this build, what you want to do is basically move up with the team, pop tart, shoot a burst damage of 2 Snub Nose and 2 SRM6s. Not much range though, 310 meters for the SRMs, 337 for the Snubbies, and drop back into cover and reposition. Of course, twisting damage to soak some return fire. And even though it's not fast at all, 81 kph is pretty darn slow, that allows you to keep pace with the team and basically just support the big chunky boys instead of NASCARing away. But anyways, you can see combat has started, so let's get down to the violence.
Looks like there's a light coming out from the tunnel.
Target spotted.
Alright.
Make that light and medium.
Target acquired.
Sorry, was that medium? I think that was a Ebon Jaguar heavy.
Target spotted.
So good information by Bloody Hard about the flankers.
I'm still gonna engage Charlie 3 first.
Yeah, by them positioned to fight. This is a normal engagement area.
Fuel at 25%.
Waiting for the team to move up. Look at the minimap here.
Acquired.
Target spotted.
Gotta be really careful. It's still a medium mech. Oh, one dire hotel.
Acquired.
Fluff that shot.
There's a Dio Bravo 3 hotel.
Yeah, calling it out so I can focus on it. Right torso open.
Right torso.
Moving up with the team here. I know there's a Thanatos behind me, so he's... Yeah, there he goes. Gonna support him. Aggressive team, everybody's pushing forward. So I move up with them. Big force there.
Big murder ball there.
Yeah, big murder ball. I dropped the strike there.
Acquired.
Some damage, but mainly for
left torso, pink crab.
for disruption. They're confused.
Don't just got my left arm.
Calling out Juliet.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, Thanatos blocked my shot, but that's fine.
Hanchi India if you can. Hanchi
So-
India.
So for Pop Tart build, I want to place myself behind the heavies, jumping over them to shoot.
Acquired.
Target spotted.
But I can still flank sideways.
Target spotted.
This Hanchi is isolated. I think he's falling back to some of his buddies. So let's do as much damage as I can here. fire and twist. That's how you play this build.
Acquired.
Moving from cover to cover.
New target acquired.
3-1. Our aggression paid off.
Griffin is caught CT. Charlie.
Enemy team has split up into 2 groups, so I'm going to focus on the Charlie 3 group like this Griffin first.
Damage. New
Ocean gets that kill, Ocean
Lima
Rift.
right torso. Focus Charlie 4. They're going to come around the corner soon. There they are. Right up to
Yeah, one Ebon
Jaguar
Jaguar.
CT. Echo.
He's caught, missed that first shot. Trying to get a kill. Oh, not enough. Probably full structure 3.
Fuel at 25%. Fuel at
So
0%.
time to move in the flanks.
New
Moving from
target
cover to cover,
acquired.
never stop moving.
Charlie
The-
4 assault.
New target.
Main combat style of this is Pop Tart, so we're gonna find hills. Pop
Excuse me,
Tart,
Hellbringer. Thank you.
Pop Tart and
New
reposition.
target acquired. Fuel at 25%.
Staying within the team so the enemy is a bit confused. Oh, I get Kamikaze Viking with that alpha. 6-2.
Bravo 3.
Acquired.
Game is what?
Okay,
Just,
okay.
just better mop up.
Fuel at 25%.
Moving a bit too far to the left here.
Kappa dervish.
Yeah, this
Not-
side, guys.
Not really healthy. CT almost open now. Yeah, Bong for Jesus in a dervish. CT open. Getting overly aggressive here actually. One Irby.
Right goal destroyed.
If you look at the minimap, I have no support.
Dervish, please.
Left torso.
So I am in trouble here.
New target.
This Irby decides to dive me. I don't blame him.
Critical.
I'm caught. I'm isolated.
Critical.
4v1 right now. Oh, I got Bong for Jesus though.
Left
Broke my leg.
destroyed.
Lost out of the Irby. There he is. One last alpha and I go down. But it's 10-5. Lots of damage done. Amazingly, I took 507 points of damage. Just spreading it everywhere.
Acquired. Heat level critical.
With the quirks, with the skills,
Thanks on the
and
indicator.
with good twisting,
Well,
any mech,
everybody else to shoot.
any mech can soak lots of damage. So Rosarius and his Vindicator 1A.
Shut down.
Nice build to heavy
Right torso.
PPCs.
Critical
But
damage.
he is dead.
GG.
Well done.
So that was a fantastic outing for my Hellspawn 8E. Got a bit too overly aggressive at the end, isolating myself and basically just getting dived by the Irby. It's my fault. But it's 2 solo kills, 4 KMDDs, 917 damage dealt, and a wonderful match score 617. So let's move on to the next match. And here I find myself on Mining Collective, a really small and a nice brawly map, which obviously suits this build nicely. But in all transparency, I'm dropping with Oceanrift in this match, also the last match actually. But this is honestly probably a lower tier match, probably a tier 2, tier 3 match. So opposition is a bit different. But anyway, for this map, I'm going to use the jump capability of this build yet again, heading to the Echo 4 Foxfall high ground, and just basically we're going to cover the adjacent grids, look for targets, pop that, and shoot them as the team moves up. Quite often you'll see enemies in the Echo 4 ramp, but my team is set up nicely with assaults as you can see on the minimap. I just need to get up here.
Fuel at 25%.
So the right side is clear, so just gonna watch this corner here.
There is a team
Yeah,
level for
one
travel
assault.
time.
Oh, there it is. Alpha. Alpha.
Gotta be careful of the far side Delta 5.
Commando, please.
Sometimes they are snipers.
I overheat and you kill it, Commando.
There it is, Charlie.
I am its target. Go in, Commando, please.
Get the Cyclops.
New target acquired.
So I want to shoot the Cyclops, but I'm really worried about that Blood Asp, Charlie. Ooh, suddenly
Echo
a
5,
Cougar.
there's a blood S.
Target acquired.
Yeah, suddenly a Cougar there. So I'm gonna deal with him first. He has a nice angle on my
Commando is still on the
area.
day.
I think I can solo him. So no targets there, it's just me versus the Cougar.
Need assistance?
Got a good alpha on him. That's a weird build. 2 ERPPCs, heavy large. He's in trouble. Oh, he shut down. And there he goes.
New target acquired.
Mr. Fafnir, let's go to Echo
New
4.
target acquired.
Echo 4, the fight is there.
Target spotted.
Yep, the fight's at Echo 4. Enemy is pushing hard, giving them a 1 mech advantage, and our Fafnir's out of position.
25%.
Cyclops Delta right torso.
New target acquired.
Oh, that Banshee is vicious. 4 snubbies and AC-20.
Eggs
1 Cyclops. I popped up too high there. Trying to use this bridge here to protect me from the Banshee.
Warning incoming.
But too much aggro.
Heat level.
Missiles, 2 assaults, gonna fall back.
Warning incoming missile. Override.
Now overheating. Need
Target
to
destroyed.
pull back a
New
bit.
target
Banshee Alpha,
acquired.
please.
Target
And
spotted.
Juliet.
Our team is pretty spread out along Echo line, but this cadet, this Phoenix Hawk, way out of position.
Right leg of Juliet.
He's gonna go down. Easy shot there.
Enemy.
Down he goes.
Heavy SRB. India.
Target.
One Banshee on my right. Gonna try support him. As in, oh, the Fafner, but I think the Fafner got it. Yeah, he did.
Oh, you got him, Orion.
New
Come, let's
target
go up.
acquired.
Delta 4 side. That's a heavy.
New
Yeah, they're all
target
around the four
acquired.
line.
Also
Target
India.
spotted.
New target
So there they are.
acquired.
One mech on my right. Gonna splash that Timber first. One Black Knight.
Target spotted.
Orion, hotel.
Black Knights can't really pitch well. Mounts are low. So gonna take advantage by hiding here. Wreck Phoenix Hawk.
5%.
Hotel's already caught.
Spotted.
He's not gonna
Artillery
peek.
strike.
That's fine.
Artillery strike activated.
There goes the Phoenix Hawk.
New
He's
target
lost.
acquired.
There was a mistake by him. He should have pressured us.
Target spotted.
As a result, Foxtrot's isolated, surrounded by 4 friendly mechs. He's gonna go down.
New target
Need
acquired.
assistance.
Gotta be careful of my right side, the Delta 4 side. But I really want that kill.
New
And I
target
got it.
acquired.
Back to the Black Knight. He ran away, so he's engaging the
Coming,
Fafner
Orion.
at Delta 4. Yet again trying to support the Fafner, also known as trying to steal the kill.
SRM
Oh, I missed.
activated.
And there goes my last SRM
Where?
salvo.
We
Okay,
need to
Echo
regroup.
4.
Now the advantage is us.
Sorry.
Echo 4, Echo 5.
One mech advantage to us.
Need assistance.
Only my left leg caught. Gotta protect my left leg, presenting the right if I ever engage the enemy.
Target acquired.
Oh, there's a light there, but yeah. 2 friendlies, he's dead. Moving along.
Sorry.
So let's push towards Echo 6. There should be a blood asp there.
So Delta 5 Echo 5 team moving
Bravo
forward.
on the top. The Phoenix Hawk.
Yep.
Thanks.
Some fire. Look at the fire. Yep, there it is. But he goes down. The blood
Yes,
asp.
there was a blood asp. Good shooting. T-set, good hunting.
So game is more or less won. 6 of us versus 2
Need
of them.
assistance.
3 kills to me. So still
Enemy
He's
base.
hunting the
up
last
there.
2.
Echo 3, Foxtrot 3.
Target acquired.
Target
So Lando
spotted.
give me some intel. So there was a Phoenix Hawk left torso open. Always check the paper doll when you target an enemy, so you know where it's caught. So I know I'm gonna shoot the Phoenix Hawk in his left torso.
2 Phoenix Hawks.
There it is, this one. No, this is the fresh one. I'm actually trying to take off his right arm, but his right torso's caught. And can I get it? Yeah, I got it. Mid-air shot. Glenn Levet goes down. So that's it for this match on Mining Collective. Granted against slightly lower skilled opposition, but it's only one of me. So 936, lots of damage, 4 kills, 1 solo, 4 KMDDs, 9 components. Definitely pretty good. 572 match score. So that's it, ladies and gents, for this video on the Snub Nose SRM Hellspawn 8E. Definitely benefiting from the Snub Nose changes in the June patch, and a mech you should seriously consider because I feel it's pretty darn legit, even though it's got them ugly. But anyway, till next time guys, see you guys on the battlefield and do give this pack a try.